Flirting. It's a dance that can either captivate or completely backfire. Men usually fall into one of three categories when it comes to flirting. First, there's the guy who has absolutely no idea how to flirt. With his lack of confidence or understanding, he finds himself stuck in the dreaded friend zone, unable to move past casual interactions. Then, there's the man who tries to flirt but ends up looking awkward or uncomfortable, creating those cringeworthy moments that everyone wishes could be erased. Finally, there's the man who effortlessly masters the art of flirting, capturing attention and sparking attraction with ease. But here's the exciting part. Flirting isn't as complicated as it seems. You don't have to be a Casanova to make an impact. In fact, by the end of this video, you'll not only see how simple it really is, but you'll also uncover the reasons why your past attempts may have fallen flat. This is your chance to break free from the cycle of uncertainty and awkwardness and unlock the secrets to becoming irresistible. In this ultimate guide to flirting, we'll walk you through step-by-step strategies on what to say, how to act, and how to leave a lasting impression as a high-value individual. It won't take more than 10 minutes to absorb these key insights, but their impact on your dating life will be nothing short of transformative. So stick around, take notes, and if you want more tips to boost your charm and confidence, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and show your support for the channel. Ready to change your flirting game forever? Let's dive in. Why flirt? Let's start with the most basic question. Why is flirting important? The answer is simple. It's the spark that ignites attraction and sets you apart from being just another acquaintance. To illustrate, let's look at a generic conversation where flirting is completely absent. Guy, where are you from? Girl, Melbourne, Australia. Guy, oh, cool. So you've survived all the deadly animals. Huh, I've heard it's one of the world's most livable cities. Why did you move? Girl, yeah, it's great. I moved because blah, blah, blah. Notice the problem? The conversation is entirely platonic, void of any chemistry or intrigue. While it's polite and pleasant, it's about as captivating as small talk with a stranger at a bus stop. The result? At best, the guy walks away with nothing more than a forgettable interaction. At worst, he's sent straight to the friend zone, which is like treading water with no land in sight, a dead end that leads nowhere. Flirting, on the other hand, transforms the conversation. It introduces romantic undertones, establishes a playful dynamic, and makes it clear that you're a confident man with intent, not just someone hoping to be her buddy. Without flirting, you're just another person in her life. With it, you become someone she can envision in a romantic or even intimate context. So why are so many men terrible at it? Let's break down the most common mistakes and how to avoid them. Mistake number 1, being too obvious. Many men believe they need to be overtly direct when flirting, but this approach often backfires. Why? Because it destroys the mystery and excitement that make flirting so engaging. Without intrigue, the interaction becomes flat, predictable, and uninteresting. For example, girl, I love sports bras. Guy, I bet you'd look amazing in a sports bra. This kind of comment is a non-starter. It's clumsy and overly transparent, leaving no room for imagination or playful tension. Great flirting, in contrast, thrives on subtlety. Instead of stating the obvious, you use implication to create a sense of curiosity and keep her guessing. Subtle flirting teases just enough to spark interest while leaving her wanting more. Mistake number 2, relying on physical compliments. It's tempting to compliment a woman on her physical appearance, but this approach can make you seem inexperienced or overly eager. It also removes any ambiguity about your intentions, which could be a turn-off. Women often prefer interactions that build excitement gradually, allowing them to rationalize intimacy as something organic rather than premeditated. Here's an example. Instead of saying, "You have beautiful eyes," which is direct and unimaginative, try something playful like, "I feel like you're trouble. You've got that mischievous look in your eyes." This shifts the focus from her physical appearance to a more intriguing observation, creating a dynamic that feels fresh and engaging. Mistake number 3, forgetting plausible deniability. Flirting too boldly can trigger a woman's defense mechanisms, especially if she feels you're coming on too strong. Society often pressures women to avoid appearing too forward, so giving her a way to rationalize intimacy is crucial. For instance, instead of saying, "Let's go back to my place and hook up," try, "I've got this great bottle of wine I've been saving. You'll love it. It's better with good company." While both statements imply the same outcome, the latter gives her the freedom to interpret the situation in a way that feels more natural and less pressured. Mistake number 4, playing it too safe. If you've ever joked around with your male friends, you know how easy and lighthearted those interactions can be. But when it comes to flirting, many men default to this same banter, stripping it of any sexual undertones. While friendly jokes and casual conversations are fine, they lack the boldness needed to create attraction. Think about the difference between a high five and holding someone's hand. A high five is purely friendly, while holding hands carries undeniable romantic energy. The same principle applies to verbal flirting. Instead of simply teasing her like you would a friend, find ways to add subtle hints of attraction, such as playful compliments, light physical touch, or holding prolonged eye contact. Flirting is an art form that requires practice, but it's not as intimidating as it may seem. By avoiding common pitfalls, being too obvious, relying on physical compliments, forgetting plausible deniability, or playing it too safe, you can dramatically improve your interactions with women. The key is to strike a balance between confidence, mystery, and playfulness. Remember, the goal isn't to impress her with cheesy lines or overwhelming compliments. It's to create an engaging, enjoyable interaction that leaves her intrigued, excited, and wanting more. So, take a deep breath, have fun with it, and watch how the energy between you and the women you meet begins to shift. Here's a fresh approach to avoid common flirting mistakes and become the kind of guy that women find irresistible. We've already covered a frequent misstep that many men make: being too direct. So, what's the fix? Be subtle. How do you achieve that? It's simple. Take your blunt, awkward attempts at flirting and turn them into something more playful and indirect. For example, "Girl, I love sports bras." Guy, "Oh really? Well, I happen to have a soft spot for women who are into sports bras." See how the second response is far more subtle? In both cases, the guy shows interest, but by being indirect, he makes his attraction feel more intriguing. Instead of just blurting out his feelings, he leaves a little to the imagination. It's much more exciting for women when you imply attraction rather than saying, "Hey, let's go out." Start by creating mystery. Let things linger unsaid. This way, you show that you're not the type of guy who chases every woman that crosses his path. On the flip side, being too straightforward or clumsy can make you seem desperate, like you'd settle for anyone who gives you attention. By wrapping your intentions in subtlety, you not only spark intrigue but also portray yourself as a high-value guy, someone she's more likely to want to pursue. Speaking of high value, let's explore the next key flirting technique. When interacting with high-quality women, or any women, really, but especially those who are attractive, you'll likely face tests. These are subtle challenges designed to gauge your confidence. Women might throw these tests your way to see if they can shake you up. If you remain unfazed, uninterested, and calm, you'll pass, and her attraction will only intensify. On the other hand, if you react defensively, become insecure, or try too hard to justify yourself, you'll fail, and her interest will start to fade. These tests often come in the form of snarky remarks, tricky questions, or unreasonable requests. For example, I bet you use that line on all the girls. How many women have you been with? Buy me a drink. So, how do you ace these tests? The secret is simple: agree and amplify. This technique involves acknowledging her comment and then taking it to an exaggerated or absurd level. Here's how you can navigate these situations. Girl, I bet you use that line on all the girls. Guy, oh, absolutely. Every morning, I wake up in a room full of women. How's that for a good start? Girl, how many women have you been with? Guy, today, let's just say I'm taking it easy. Girl, buy me a drink. Guy, sure, no problem. And while we're at it, would you like my pin number 2? Now, let's shift to a fun and playful flirting technique. Act like you're the prize. Many attractive women are well aware of their allure. They get hit on constantly, sometimes dozens of times a day. But what if you could turn the tables on this boys chase girls dynamic? How? By making her feel like she's the one pursuing you. Frame the interaction as though she's the one chasing you, trying to seduce you, and you're the one with all the power. This playful twist will not only catch her off guard, but will make you stand out from all the other guys vying for her attention. Here are a few examples. Girl, I love sports bras. Guy, don't even try to make me picture you in one. Girl, want to grab another drink? Guy, oh, I see what's going on here. Trying to get me tipsy so you can take advantage of me? Girl, staring at him, lost in thought. Guy, are you trying to seduce me right now? Guy, I live just around the corner. We can grab a drink at mine, but only if you promise not to try anything funny. Girl, massages are great. Guy, you think you can win me over with free massages? Girl, no. Guy, good, because it's not going to work. Finally, let's explore a flirting technique that will keep her on an emotional roller coaster and increase her attraction to you. The push-pull method. As the name suggests, push-pull flirting involves alternating between pulling her in emotionally and pushing her away, both verbally and physically. Here's an example, Guy. You're way too cute for me to handle. This statement does two things. He pulls her in by complimenting her looks, but he also pushes her away by implying that she's so attractive he might be overwhelmed. This mix of emotions creates excitement, intrigue, and keeps her guessing. It's a dynamic that builds chemistry and makes her more invested in the interaction. By incorporating these techniques into your flirting style, you'll not only stand out, but also make your interactions more engaging, fun, and magnetic. Here's another great example. Guy, you're awesome. You're like my little sister. At first glance, this may seem like a nice compliment, but the twist comes right after. By comparing her to his little sister, he's subtly distancing himself from her romantically. This comparison takes the edge off the compliment and makes it clear that he's not interested in her in a romantic way. This creates a playful tension, a back-and-forth dynamic that sparks curiosity and excitement. This push-pull dynamic, where he draws her in with praise, then pushes her away with an unexpected comparison, builds intrigue. It makes her more emotionally invested in the interaction. On top of that, this type of flirting demonstrates high value. But why is that important? Let's explore this idea further. Imagine meeting an incredible woman. She's funny, charming, intelligent, and undeniably attractive. Now, picture this. She immediately starts showering you with compliments, giving you all her attention, and making it clear that she's interested without any challenge. While it may seem flattering at first, something in you starts to shift. You start wondering if she's throwing herself at me this easily. Maybe she's not as high value as I thought. Why does she make it so easy? That's a feeling many men experience. And believe it or not, women feel the same way. This is why women often lose interest in the nice guys who constantly try to impress them and give them attention without much effort. In contrast, they're drawn to the bad boys or the ones who seem hard to get, who create a little mystery and excitement. As Thomas Paine once said, "What we obtain too cheap, we esteem too lightly. It is dearness only that gives everything its value." Push-pull flirting embodies this idea, demonstrating that you're a man of high value who doesn't just give away his attention easily. Now, let's take it further. A clever way to play with this dynamic is to blame her for trying to seduce you. For instance, if you're having a casual conversation and she mentions something about her home or asks for advice on setting up some furniture or electronics, you could say with a playful smile, "Oh, are you already trying to get me over to your place?" I'm not surprised, even though it might sound bold or even a little surprising. Women actually enjoy this kind of playful teasing. Don't be shocked if, later on, she makes a move to invite you over. Without the joke, you've subtly communicated that you're a man who knows how to navigate flirtation and who understands the game. Women appreciate men who are confident in their own skin and who know how to treat them well. But remember, you can't just walk up to a woman and say, "Hey, I'm great in bed," as that would be too direct. Instead, use your actions and words to suggest it. You can also employ sexual innuendo in a subtle, alluring way. For example, if she's at your place and you're making her a drink, and she compliments your skills, you can respond with a knowing look and say, "I'm good at many things." It's a simple but effective way to plant the seed of curiosity in her mind. She'll want to know more, and the playful tension will continue to build. Another technique you can try is reversing the roles by suggesting she's using you. For instance, next time you do something nice for her, whether it's buying her a drink or offering to help with something, say with a grin, "So, looks like you're already using me. I can see it now. You'll probably start using me for other things too." This playful role reversal is funny and disarming, and it's a subtle way to introduce more flirtation into the conversation without being overly forward or inappropriate. This is where the art of flirting truly comes to life. It's not just about charm or good looks. It's about creating a magnetic emotional connection, teasing, the thrill of challenge, and demonstrating high value are the keys to captivating attention. But here's the thing. If you want to take your flirting game to the next level and dive deep into the psychology behind attraction, I've got something special for you. I've crafted an exclusive online course that takes you through a step-by-step formula designed to not only attract women, but to understand exactly what sparks their interest on a deeper level. Forget about worrying over your height, your bank account, or your appearance. This course reveals the real secrets, the inner qualities that women are truly drawn to. Want to unlock your full potential? The link is in the description. Don't wait any longer. And if you have any questions, thoughts, or just want to share your experiences, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you, reminding you that life isn't just black and white. There's always a balance between light and dark, and it's up to you to master both. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated, because this is just the beginning.